Today, I want to tell you a story. If you've been with our channel for any amount of time, you know that we have had several different cows come through our homestead. We got our very first cow last summer. Her name was Briar Rose, and she came with a heifer calf who was really tiny and cute, named Poppy. And I milked Briar for quite a while, but she was aggressive towards me and butted me, and I got afraid of her really quick. Now, it was my first cow, and sometimes I feel bad about that experience because I didn't really give her a fair shot, mostly because I was inexperienced. But because of that, it became harder and harder to milk her. She kicked more and more because she knew I was afraid of her. And what that turned into was just a bad situation. So I did a lot of research, decided to buy a Guernsey cow. So I set about finding my beautiful Guernsey cow. I had her shipped in from Wisconsin. She was pregnant, but she was a heifer and never been milked. So I was super nervous, but Guernseys are known for being really docile. So I thought, we're gonna give it a shot. So she had her baby last December, and I started milking her. And if you recall, the birth was really traumatic. And boy, ducks are loud. The birth was really traumatic, but we got through it, and we started milking her, and she did great. I mean, better than I ever could have hoped for. Well, if you know anything about cows, the only way to get milk out of them is to have them have babies. So pretty much the way a cow works is within 60 to 80 days after they give birth, you get them pregnant again for the next year. They have a 9-month gestation, just like humans. So you plan to have about a calf a year. Well, I did just that. I brought out the artificial insemination technician, and he artificially inseminated her, and she had a heat again a few weeks later. So it didn't take. Through a series of events, mostly us missing the timing as well as one of the heats being on Shabbat, it was several months before we actually could call out the insemination guy again. And so at late April, we finally got him out again. And he did another insemination. And that time I thought it took. I watched her for heats. I didn't see any. And then maybe like in July, I noticed some moisture on her tail. But I thought, well, it's hot, it's sticky. It was like 114 degrees out those weeks. And I thought maybe it's just, sweat, moisture, whatever. So I was like, I think she's okay. I think, she surely, I haven't noticed any other heat, so she's bred. So that leads us to September. I come out to milk one day, and we always take this swing bar and pop it on here. And if you look, a cow's tail kind of rides right over their pieces and parts here. She had mucus all over her, and I knew it was a heat. So I got really mad, and I said, she's not bred. I'm gonna go get another cow because this is ridiculous. I had wasted 4 months waiting, thinking she was pregnant, due in February, and I said, this is silly. This cow, I don't know what's wrong with her. So Brendan, being the level head that he is, said, wait, we gotta call the vet in to confirm before you just go freaking out and assuming she's not pregnant. So I called the vet, and she came last week and confirmed that, in fact, this cow is not pregnant and has a massive uterine infection. Likely she's had that infection since she gave birth almost a year ago, and we chose, though antibiotics are not my favorite and I would not choose to do them on most things, because she'd had it for so long and because I need her to get back healthy so we can breed her. She won't breed while she's infected. So I chose to do antibiotics, meaning we are dumping milk for 2 weeks. But we did decide that because you can keep a cow milking for longer than, you know, the gestation. Like usually you would breed her, 9 months later you'd have a baby, you milk her for about 9 months, then you dry them off for 2 months before they give birth. It's this yearly cycle. We're way past that because it's almost been a year. Basically, we're at the point where we would dry her off if she was originally bred. The first time I bred her after she gave birth, we would be drying her off right now. So once you get past that point in the cycle, when she's been in milk for 9 to 10 months, you can keep milking a cow. But it definitely throws off their cycle and their natural body condition and things like that. It's just a tax on their body because they're ready to be dried off and ready to have another baby, except she's not bred. So I went about trying to decide what to do. Now, one option is we could just wait it out and we could just wait till she's healthy, which should be this next cycle, and try to breed her again. Then we wait 9 months and probably somewhere in there dry her off. So we would be out of milk. Our goats are also going to be dried off because they're in the process of breeding right now. So come late December, early January-ish, we will dry them off so they can give birth in the spring. Give them a rest period. So we would have a large period of time without any milk at all. And then some time with just goat milk before we'd have cow milk again. That would be okay. That is what some people would do, but not me. I decided to get a new cow. This cow is wonderful and I love her and she's sweet and docile and she will eventually make more milk. I am worried about breeding her again because she did have difficulty last time and because it didn't take right away, and I thought, what if it takes time to get her bred again? What if it takes time? It's a lot of time to wait and wonder. And if we have to do several cycles of waiting, then it pushes it that much farther away that we would have milk again. And so I just decided, let's try again. Let's get another cow. Now we're not getting rid of this cow. We're not getting rid of my beautiful Guernsey cow. I plan to breed her. I plan to try again. But in the interim time, I needed milk and I needed, our goal is dairy self-sufficiency, cheese, butter, cream, all that. I'm really interested in it. It's like fascinating to me. And the more milk you have, the better your options for making all those things. Because honestly, 4 gallons of milk makes about a pound of butter. So that's a lot of milk for just a little butter. So we needed more.
Good morning. Welcome to Homestead. Today's going to be an exciting day. We have a lot on the docket. The big thing is we're going to pick up some new cows. We are buying a new dairy cow. She comes with 2 calves. We had a little bit of miscommunication, thought it was 1 calf, both bulls. So that's what we're doing now. It's about 6, maybe 30 in the morning, and we're getting everything in the truck that we need. We're gonna head out.
Okay, so we're home, but she was laying down and we went to put the harness on her and she stood up and pushed out the door really fast and ran into the woods. So Brendan has chased her and put on a lead rope around her neck, and we're gonna try to lead her back over here.
Are you a professional cow wrangler yet?
This is my third strange cow we brought on property, so I'm getting better at it. She was laying down in about an inch of her own slop, so I didn't think she'd get up that fast, but she just up and got out of the trailer. She's loving the forest though. She's eaten about 2 trees since she got out.
She's like, no thank you. No thank you, no halter today. Thanks for showing us your good side.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to go see those cows? There you go.
Tie it. Got it.
Just above the ears, right?
Yep.
Good girl.
She like seems fairly docile, and yet then she
But she's
No.
never been haltered before. So the thing
that's,
the
I
lady
guess.
told me is she's not halter trained at all. They just have a milking routine they go through, and they just all
Right.
file into the barn and all file out of the barn into the pastures,
that's
and
how
they
it
don't
goes with dairy
they
cows.
don't halter them. So she's like, to be a homestead cow, she's gonna have to be haltered, and you're gonna have to train her. And I'm like, well, I've done that before, but only with babies. So I mean, I guess Beulah was never haltered either, but Beulah I feel was much more docile, and we got her in the pen before we really had to put anything on her.
Yeah.
So
And she never had a rope on her.
yeah.
So it's scary. We need to, so the goal would be tie her off, let her get mad at the rope, and then have mom come with hay and let her off.
Right.
I just don't know if I should keep him tied up or if I should just let him go. And just let him be with her and decide, and then I think he will always come back to her.
Would you just let him go, but leave the string on, so if we have to touch her?
Take that.
I think let him go.
You think so? Yeah. All right. Do you want me to go? You want to try to put this on the
Sweater off of him, for goodness sake.
Well, I guess I could have done that while I still hold on to him.
Well,
Okay. I'm getting him around too far. He's gonna trip.
all right, everyone get out of his way so we can go back to Mama.
Look at how interested these cows are.
I know. They're like, what's going on?
Oh my
New
God,
friends.
that's like a baby cow? I thought I was a baby cow. Why does no one love me anymore?
Remember when you were that
What?
We got the cows where they're supposed to be. We got 2 little bulls. They look pretty cool. We're gonna have to figure out what to do with them soon. We got them in their pen. Everybody's ready for a good night's sleep.
So, if you remember, if you've looked at our Patreon page, patrons at the lumberjack level get to help us name new animals. Her name when she came to us was Carla. That is not a cow name. No. What do you think? We have 3 new animals because this beautiful Jersey cow comes with 2 bull calves. Neither of them were hers. They were grafted onto her as a nurse cow. And so we have 3 new animals to name. If you want to get in on this, go over to patreon.com/deeprootsfamily and sign up at our lumberjack level, and you will get to help us name this cow. Give us suggestions in the comments, and we'll put them up for review and see what our patrons think.
You got coffees? Do my YouTube voice so you know that we're on YouTube.
I don't know your YouTube voice.
This is my YouTube voice. You got coffees?
coffee.